Know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? Okay, so it is the 20th year anniversary for H&M's collaborations. Their first collaboration was back in 2004 with none other than Mr. Karl Lagerfeld. Since that time, they have collaborated with many designers from Mugler and Stella McCartney to Balmain. Some people look forward to these collections every single year. I must admit that I am not one of them. Typically, I go for the original designer brands, not the collaborations, because sometimes they differ in quality, but then often you can get something a little bit different. Anyway, regardless of how you choose to look at it, whether or not you jump on these collections or not, this year for the 20th anniversary, they are collaborating with Magda Butrym. She is a Polish designer with a very distinct point of view. Everything is about roses. In fact, her motto or her design philosophy is that a rose is her signature. It is the starting point for every collection. It's dreamy, Slavic, and romantic. So that is Magda Butrym. So welcome to Mrs. Koi Style. My name is Kawana. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel where I talk about my style, your style, everyone else's style, and lifestyle. And once in a while, I sprinkle in just a little bit of luxury. And for today's video, you'll see that I have, bought in my little rose detail because you'll see all of the rose details and elements of Magda that we're talking about, the Magda Butrym and H&M collaboration. So this is me and my black sheer H&M top and just a little black cap because I'm a cap kind of girly. Well, let's get back to the video. Magda Butrym became familiar to me through one of my favorite influencers, who is Tamara, and she is, I believe, a Serbian. Yes, she's from Serbia. Is it Serbia? I want to say she's from Serbia. She currently lives in Italy, but anyway, she puts me on to like all of the designers. So as I said, Magda is a little less known here in America, but she's certainly bigger and more popular in the European markets. Her price ranges anywhere, I want to say, from $700 to well into the thousands. So she is collaborating for the 20th year anniversary with H&M and bringing some more affordable designs to us, certainly with that rose element in mind. So let us walk through this collection together. I'll let you know what I have my eyes on. And I want you to share down in the comments, are you looking at the same things? Are you going to try to get your hands on these pieces as well? So let's get into it. We're going to talk about accessories, tops, bottoms, and dresses. Not necessarily in that order, but yes, she does have some accessories. So let's jump into those. So first of all, she has this really beautiful silk scarf. It has the rose print on it. I think that the price range of that is, I may have to put my glasses off and on for this, so we'll see how that goes. So she has the silk headscarf with the rose applique. She has a lace kind of duffel style pocketbook. I don't know what you want to call it. Purse, something, in a beautiful lace material. And then she has these earrings that differ in height. They seem to be rhinestone with a pearl drop at the end. I think I like them in the longer length, not necessarily the shorter length. And I don't know how I feel about them being sold in different lengths. Let me know your thoughts on that. Then she has this hat that has kind of a scarf cascading through the back. I think that's the most my vibe. I certainly love the look of that. So I have my eye on this hat for sure. I think the price range of this is about $65. Let me know your thoughts on this particular hat. This is an add to cart. I'm pretty sure this is an add to cart. If I don't decide that I could actually do something like this myself without paying that price. We shall see. Next, she has a hair scrunchie also with the rose print on it. I don't know, $25 for a hair scrunchie. Look, if you like it, I love it. Or if you love it, I like it. However it goes. If it's for you, it's for you. That's a firm no for me. Then she has a pair of sunglasses. I think those are pretty cool. I don't know, not necessarily my style. Uh, and then she has this beautiful big rose style necklace. I think I first saw this on Carrie Bradshaw. Hers was certainly more of an exaggerated size, but there you have it if you're interested in that. There's this beautiful rhinestone necklace that has two pearl details, one like sort of in the middle and then one down at the end. I certainly like this for like an open chest kind of situation. I know that my friend Gloria would look really stunning in this particular necklace. That's at about $75. Let me know your thoughts. Then back to the roses, these beautiful rhinestone floral style earrings. I think they're beautiful, not necessarily for me, $75. Then there's a rose, what they're describing as a ring, has the same style as the earrings. They're calling this a ring, as I said, but you see it here styled as like a scarf holder. So I don't know if it can be interchangeable as both a scarf holder and a ring. And that's at, I want to say, $35. Then there's this cute triangle scarf that I think that it's very cute. It's giving me kind of milkmaid, handmade tail, the way it's styled around the woman's head, which I think goes back to the Slavic kind of roots of Magda Butrym. But what I'm wondering is if it can be tied differently in a triangular way, not just worn on the head, but maybe worn kind of what do you want to call it? Not bolero, but bandana tie style, like at the neck. I wonder if it can be styled differently. And then to me, I mean, sort of random but cute. There is this blush palette in red that kind of has the rose detail on the front. I don't think it's necessarily for my skin color, but hey, if somebody just wants to grab something from the collection, maybe they would love it. Who knows? So those are all of the accessories. As I said, my favorite is the hat with the scarf detail. What's your favorite accessory from this collection? Are you going to try to snag any of them? Let me know. And now let's go on ahead and jump into the tops. So the first top is actually this beautiful turtleneck bodysuit that has the rose applique detail up at the neck. It has the roses on it. So as you know, I'm not necessarily a floral girl when it comes to a floral pattern. But, you know, the bodysuit looks pretty, and I do like the vibrant red flower detail. And I think that's kind of the pattern that she's going with throughout this collection. Yeah, so let me know your thoughts on that floral pattern. Then she has this Denim Bustier with rose applique. This is giving me very Jean-Paul Gaultier-esque from the, you know, Madonna era with the kind of cone style bras. That's what it's giving me. And it's also giving me or reminding me of this Zara top from a few years ago. So I don't know which came first. I don't know if Zara was inspired by Magda or if Magda was inspired by Zara. I would say certainly the former, because as I've always said, Zara has a great way of hopping on trends or hopping on designs from the runways, from the designer. And Magda's been around for a while, and she's been doing this, the whole rose sort of detail. I like this with the elastic in the back. It seems like it'll fit quite a few different body types or body sizes. I don't know the size range. I'm going to make sure to include that. I don't know that this particular top will be added to my cart. Then she has this beautiful black I want to say it's a bodysuit with this open front detail and crisscross around the neck, which I think is really pretty. And then again, the rose detail flower at the neck. I think that's quite pretty. Don't know if I'll be adding that to cart, but I do like it, and it seems quite affordable at $55. And I certainly like the way she has it styled here with the hat and sunglasses. I think that's a vibe. Not sure if I'm going to add that to cart. Stay tuned. Let's put that as let's add that as a maybe. And then she has this black turtleneck top. I think this is cute. Pretty basic. Not basic in a basic way, but pretty simplistic. Yes, yes, yes. Let's use that word. Let's say simplistic. And then it has that nice pop in terms of having the black rose detail at the neck. So that can certainly be a not so basic. Yes, I like that. And then there's this red t-shirt top. So as a t-shirt, I think that as a t-shirt, this is certainly unexpected when you see the red flower detail. Again, I'm not a flower girl, but this is kind of intriguing. I do like the shoulder pad details. And it's a not so basic t-shirt. Again, keeping with her theme of the red flowers. And I do like that it's in white. You would see in terms of the styling, the way that they put these looks together on the website, they actually paired this white t-shirt with a pair of black leggings that have the same red flowers. And I think I like that kind of, it's not really pattern mixing because it's the same pattern, but the background color is different. And I think that's a great way to kind of jump on the pattern mixing trend when you just change the color of the background but keep the pattern the same. So anyway, what are your thoughts on that t-shirt? It's not going in my cart. I just don't do flowers, but I also like the tie detail down at the front with the actual rose there as well. And we have this burgundy top with the rose applique details, kind of giving like a bit of a tank top vibe. Let me take a look at it again. I'm looking at this on my phone. Let me see. It's a wool blend knit top. It's cute. I believe it's part of a three-piece set that I'm going to go ahead and picture because it has a cardigan and a pair of shorts. I think it's cute. Again, not necessarily for me, but yeah, the rose details because she's certainly sticking with that theme and she's bringing that pattern through. And now we see the rose color on the shorts and cardigan in pink, but I think we're going to circle back around to that. Maybe possibly. If not, I will be inserting the price of the cardigan and of the shorts over here along with the top. Okay, now this top I think is really spectacular. This ruffled satin bustier top I think is so beautiful. It's dramatic. I love the color black, and I think that this could be styled very nicely with a pair of denim, and I think that is how she styled it with on one of the models in the picture. But dang, this is some paper. This is gonna cost. This is what? How much? I'm gonna put my glasses on. Am I? Wait a second. Okay, so that's $269. So it's not going in my cart. Let me know if it's going in yours, but I do like it very much. Now, there's another beautiful top. It's called the Gather Top with Rose Applique. I love this top, and this is certainly more affordable, coming in at around $70. Now, that's something that I could definitely vibe with. I like this, and again, styled with a pair of jeans. This is to me a complete vibe. This is going to be added to cart. Yeah, we're going to add this one to cart. Let me know your thoughts. Are you with me so far? Are we on the same page with some of these? So then there's this pink halter top for $45 that have the two roses like right down at, I want to call that the sternum. Not really my style. Let me know your thoughts. I think it's kind of cute. You're going to add that to cart? I'm not. I'm going to hold off, but let's go ahead and see what you all are going to do. And so I believe that those are all of the tops. So now we're going to jump into the bottoms and the denim. So there's the leggings. They seem to be in a really good jersey fabric with the rose applique. Well, the rose pattern. I like the gathered detail at the waist with the flower right in the middle. I think it just elevates the leggings quite a bit and gives it just a pop. And I like this styled. You'll see it styled with the turtleneck or with the t-shirt when I was talking before about the pattern mixing. So either way, there are these leggings. Also a pair of denim, a low-waisted denim, and it does, I want to say all of these pieces do have the Magda Butrym detail or advertising, however you want to say it. For instance, with the denim on the back leather belt hoop, it says Magda Butrym. Most of the items that have a zip have a little flower at the end of the zipper detail, and it also says Magda Butrym. So you are getting the name on all of her pieces. If the name matters to you, most of the time it matters to me, but I just wanted to throw that out there. um, and I also like the way she styled this denim with this. It looks like a pair of tights or stockings, sheer stockings, under the jeans. It kind of just gives me like that 90s kind of early 2000s Aaliyah vibe. I like that. And then she also incorporated those into the only pair of trousers slash slacks that are in this collection. These slacks are at $140, but what I like about them is this sort of double waist detail in the middle. It appears kind of sheer, giving the impression that she may be wearing some kind of nylon or tights under the pants, but the way that it was described in the details is that it's an extra waistband that's been added that can very easily be altered if you take it to a seamstress, if you do not care for it to be that way, or you can leave it for the style. But what's interesting, and I'm a little bit confused, is that when I'm scrolling through the pictures and I look at it a little bit more close up, I don't see that extra detail, but on the model, I see it. So stay tuned. I am hoping to be able to see this collection in person. This is going to be certainly an add to cart moment. I will not buy the pants if I need to let that detail out to show the double waist, but if it already comes double waisted, and obviously if it fits my height, then it will be certainly mine, and I'll be doing a reveal and try on of all of these pieces. However, if the pants come as is, I'm not as interested in having it altered just to be able to incorporate that detail. Let me know what you think. You're going to be adding these to cart. Do you share my opinion? Let me know your thoughts. Now let's talk about the shoes. We all love a good shoe. And of course, they incorporate her signature rose applique detail. First up, there's this thong kitten heel sandal. I can't do it. I don't do thongs. See, I bet you thought I was going to say I don't do a kitten heel. I'll do a kitten heel. I don't really do a thong, but these are really cute. And they are. I did check out her collection, her regular, not regular, but her Magda Butrym collection, not the collaboration. And her shoes retail for well over $1,000. And so you're getting them here in this collaboration for a very reasonable price. And then there are also these kind of plexi or perplex shoes that have this beautiful, beautiful rose detail. And I love how the rose has been added under the heel. I think that's a really great detail. So very, very pretty that you can get these two pair of shoes. Now she also has these sheer stockings that has the rose detail on the back. $25 if you feel like you can trust yourself with that and not to get a run or a snag, and if you're willing to pay that, hey, go for it. I do like that subtle detail, but I've always liked a stocking or tight that has some sort of a detail on it. Very pretty. Now I know you're thinking nobody necessarily wants to see a coat at this time, but it's still a little chilly here in the Northeast. But I think this coat is absolutely beautiful. It's in leather. It has this nice big shoulder pad detail. I like it. I think it's a vibe. And if it was coming from Net-a-Porter or someplace else that sells Magda Butrym, I know that this coat would be well into the thousands. So this is a good deal at under $600. It's in this Bordeaux kind of burgundy color that is, it's a timeless color, and I think a timeless style coat. Hey, if you're into it, I'd say go for it. Now we're going to jump back into the very, very trendy bomber jacket style. But now Magda has done it in this print that I've mentioned to you is kind of seen throughout this entire collection because it has the rose pattern on it in this oversized bomber. If you really wanted to take it there, similar to the way that the models are wearing it here on the website, you can do the bomber jacket with the leggings and the turtleneck, or the bomber jacket with the t-shirt, and you can just the rose silk scarf, all of the things if you're loving roses like that, because you're going to get this pattern in almost everything in this particular collaboration collection. So let me know your thoughts. Are you into the stockings? Are you into the bomber jacket, the leather coat? Are you going to try to snag any of these pieces? I'm hoping to see a lot of interaction and a lot down in the comments, because I want to know, are we in this together or am I in this all alone? So in dresses, we have first that rose pattern again in this kind of jersey style dress that has the rose applique at the hip. So you can either do the dress or you can do the turtleneck, because I think that it gives the same vibe. Which of those do you prefer? Then there's this really pretty, again, it's given me the Jean Paul Gaultier or JPG vibes because of this rose detail at the chest or bust or breast, whatever it is that you want to call it, in this beautiful red slip dress. I think that this is super pretty. I'm not really a slip dress kind of wearer, so you will not be seeing this added to my cart. Just something about slip dresses give me pajamas, but I guess that's why they call it a slip. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. But I would say I do like this in this rich red color. And the price of it is $109, which isn't really bad at all. Next, she has two hourglass dresses, which I think is very pretty. The first is in this lace detail similar to that headscarf. Well, not similar, exactly like the headscarf that I was talking about before that was giving me Handmaid's Tale or Milkmaid. But I think seeing this particular fabric of lace in an hourglass silhouette is quite unexpected and pretty. Not necessarily for me, but maybe for somebody who's in their bridal era, I think it could be very, very nice. Then also she has it in a sequin material mini dress with the hourglass. I think that is so fun. Could be great for a party, something like that. Very, very very, very pretty in my opinion, and I do like the top detail. So let me know your thoughts on these hourglass dresses. Will you be picking up either of them? Then there's the black rose applique dress, just like the red one. I think the black one actually costs less than the black one with the pattern, than the one with the pattern. But I'll be, as I said, I'll be sure to be listing prices. Just has that rose applique detail if you're into it. It's a nice, not so basic. And then also there's a black skirt that has the rose applique detail that she has paired. It's a maxi skirt, so you're getting some bang for your buck. That was paired with the black rose applique turtleneck. So she's actually styled that together, and that can be a vibe because you can wear it together where it looks seamless as a dress, or you can wear the turtleneck on its own or the skirt on its own. So that could be something. And there's this really, really pink ruched dress that has the rose applique. Well, what doesn't have the rose applique? At this point, I'm feeling like I don't even need to say it anymore. But this pink dress, it's a mini dress. It's given like some va-va-voom, a little bit of a freakum dress, if you know what I'm talking about. But it's very pretty. Let me know your thoughts on this dress. Let me know your thoughts on everything. Maybe I'm gonna stop saying that too as we're starting to wind down. There's this really beautiful, exaggerated kind of deconstructed rose detail dress in this Bordeaux slash burgundy color that is so, so pretty. It's well into the 200s. So for me, I would probably just go ahead and get the top that I showed you all earlier in black. But let me know, is this a vibe to you? I think it's absolutely stunning. It's just not for me in terms of the length with my long, long legs. And then also the fact that I am not really into the price point. It may be a good price point for Magda. It ain't a good price point for my pockets. All right. And then there's this sequins dress where for me it's a maxi length sequins dress which to me seems very random within this collection despite the fact that despite the fact that it has a rose detail on the hip. I just don't see it in terms of this particular collection. It's a pretty dress. It's okay. I mean, it's very pretty. I'm not going to say it's not, but 100% not for me. And then finally, I'm guessing that this would be the finale on the runway as well as the finale style or item that I'm talking about from this collection in this video. But it is this very, very elegant, yet opulent, yet ostentatious, just all of the show stopping elements and adjectives and words that you would use to describe it. This red dress. This ruffled red satin mini dress with all of these tiers of rose ruffles that are somehow in the shape of roses. It is quite spectacular, but this is about $550. So irrespective of how fabulous it is, this one is also not for me. This is available also only online. I think that some of the items are available online. This one I know for certain. If there are any others, I will be listing that in the description box. So I thank you so very much for watching. Please let me know what you thought of the format of this video and this kind of going through the items with you. I've never done anything like this before. I'm trying new things. I'm trying to work harder to share things with you all kind of in real time and let you know my real thoughts as they are taking place, as I'm seeing these items, as I'm looking at them along with you. And remember that everything I've shared in this video and every one of my videos is me to a C. I thank you so, so much for watching in advance. I thank you for all of the comments that you are leaving down in the comment box. I'll see you in the next one.